Wrestling Mayhem Show. Since 2006, the pioneer in pro wrestling podcasting.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you got to do, make it last. Wait for the perfect.
It's the Wrestling Mayhem Show, episode 851. Tuesdays, we've been talking about professionalized wrestling. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter, here in the Sorgatron Media in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and also with me, he is the only mayor with a future endeavor letter from the WWE. He has been in the framing business himself. He is Mad Mike.
I am in the framing business because if the maximum male models are looking at Otis, I think I have a shot.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, there you go. Oh, say Mike.
Made Mike.
Made Mike.
That's in fact, I'll change my. So how do I change the name?
You're changing the Zoom?
Know.
Oh, I guess it does pop up in the corner when we.
Yeah, it sure does.
Okay. All right.
Made Mike. I'd have to figure out how to do like umlauts and shit, but. And
then. The only Mayhemmer from the hometown of Sub Pop Records, Tina Kayes.
Hello.
We've given you a maximum male model name. Sorry, I felt very sad. We went to very trendy places over the weekend. I ended up at vegan restaurants all Sunday, and
wow.
I got a Jones soda. I broke my soda rule for the day for a special occasion, and it had Sub Pop Records stuff on it, and I was missing the Seattle out there. So, oh
my gosh! So next time you come out here, I believe the factory or the headquarters is right across from Lumen Field.
Oh yes, I have not done my. I have not. I grew up a big Nirvana fan, so I have not done the music tour of Seattle yet. So other than seeing, who was it? The Pearl Jam guy statue. I think we saw outside the museum. So
Chris Cornell.
Chris Cornell. Thank you.
Not Pearl Jam.
Not Pearl Jam. Not Pearl Jam. Oh man, I'm gonna get letters now. Anyways, we're back.
Well, sorry, you know what they say: when the light's out, it's less dangerous.
Oh boy, a lot of kids at the mall wearing Nirvana shirts, and I don't know how I feel about that. But anyways, this is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, and we got so much to catch up on because we had a game show a couple weeks ago. We had.
By the way, hold on, sorry. Okay, so I wasn't able to be on that.
No,
week
you weren't.
Because it's Valentine's Day and I had obligations. But I did. As Sorg said, I did write those questions.
You did.
Can I say that was fucking spectacular?
It was.
I had so much fun listening to it. The next day on my commute to work, and the exact flustering at the making whoopee questions just tickled me in different places, and it was wonderful. It was a wonderful hit of nostalgia. I loved it.
That was a lot of fun. Thank you, Andrew Palace, Katie Arquette, and Beastman and Mrs. The future Mistress Huskana for joining us for that. And then of course last week we did have Joe Dabrowski on, and we had our Don West trivia special. I hope you guys watched that. I hope you guys watched the reenactment that we had in the second half. Unfortunately, we did discover at this point, as people tried to use the phone number we put on the screen, that the hotline no longer works. We don't know why. I'm trying to find the account that it belongs to. So I apologize to everybody. I've been saying the phone number, and apparently it's been disconnected. So we no hotline apparently. So I'm going to take that out of the script. But I hope everybody did enjoy that in the meantime. But I know what does work is good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com.
Good
at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. Tweet us at Mayhem Show. Wrestling Mayhem Show Facebook page. We have a great group that we have chatting with. We also just started a Mastodon server. If you want to be follow us over there, you can follow Mayhem Show at sorgatronmedia.social if you are in the Mastodon world.
You do not need to wear a smoking elephant helmet.
No, not necessarily. Well, if you'd like to, that's okay. But,
I mean, we don't kink shame, but you know.
No. I mean, the last place we're going to kink shame is a wrestling podcast. Let's be honest about this. Like, come on. And of course, we are live every Tuesday, a little bit after 10 p.m. Eastern time, around when the NXT goes off air. Fuck you, MLW. Sorry, Joe Dabrowski. Although we are potentially going to get some updates about MLW during the show. I am not moving this show past midnight for MLW.
No, that's fine. I do want to stress MLW has a new viewer tonight.
Mm-hmm.
My father-in-law has been very intrigued.
Ooh.
And he says that my nephew is bigger than Microman. Which, I mean, we'd have to do a side-by-side, but it's probably close.
Oh, my God. Oh, jeez. MLW. I'm about like 2.5 episodes into MLW, and why are they doing 2 episodes every week? I wasn't ready for that. But anyways, there might be some MLW news here later in the show. We're also on Discord. We're also on Reddit for the Wrestling Mayhem Show, and of course, we were streaming as I mentioned on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitch, whether it be the IndieWrestling.us, the Wrestling Mayhem Show, or the Sorgatron Media on Twitch accounts across all of those. And, of course, thank you to our Patreon supporters at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Thank you to our friends at the fan of the show level, Bo Diggity! Woo! As well as Team Ham first and Bobby F. J. Town. At the Bobby Club level, Dave, Prop Pop, partner, clipper of all things Sorg related, and Rats in a Trench Coat, Tony Kincaid. At the Peace Club level, Doc Remedy and The Riz, and at the manager level, my new skiing buddy, Bradley, as well as the overly caffeinated Mother of Dragons, Tina Keys, and Mad Mike. Don't try to Patreon anyone on the way through the parking lot. You get all the Clerks references today.
That's a good one.
I mean, you did Patreon like 3 times in one night, and 2 spectacular dismay, failure, and anxiety. I've never seen somebody so terrified at an accidental Patreon submission there. That was fantastic. And lasted for days. So let's.
But luckily, everything's all good.
Everything is all good.
All good. Wavy with the gravy.
Yes. All fixed. No problem here.
Everything's all honey with the cones.
We're really going with these metaphors, aren't we?
We're everything's sugar with the smacks. I don't know what that meant.
All right. Well, it's been a while, and you know what's happened? Elimination Chamber. Since we've been on last, there's about 1 million other things that have happened too. Most of them that night. So Elimination Chamber. We're going to talk a little bit about Ring of Honor and AEW here in the second segment. And for the after talk, do you guys want to hear about Chicago?
Well, we have Mayhem Mania too.
Oh yeah, well we do have Mayhem Mania. I'm talking about the news.
Also, I just watched Macon.
Oh, jeez. Okay, we'll talk about that, too.
Jeez.
I watched Phonomania, and Wednesday I'm going to watch Cocaine Bear. So...
Oh, my gosh.
By the way, I might be booking Megan and Chucky in a mixed tag match. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I want Megan and Cocaine Bear in a tag match. Anyways, WWE Elimination Chamber... And my God, was this show fantastic? The drama of Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn in the Bloodline. We haven't even had a Roman Reigns, I think, since Elimination Chamber.
No,
because they have so many pawns to play with from show to show. There's so much happening.
Do you remember 6 years ago when we could not tell Jimmy and Jey Uso apart? Now I know exactly which one is fucking which.
Yes, you've had the Matt and Jeff separation.
No, there was never a Matt and Jeff separation issue unless you're Jim Ross.
or me
Like-
me in 1999.
Fair. Okay, but usually, colored hair. That's the
Yeah,
that's
but
the
you're
joke.
just like, which one's this? I don't know. Like, you're
Yeah,
just
but
like,
but the Usos were like Bo and Blake Beverly for me.
they're just like two
And
flippy guys that mostly dress the same. I'm not gonna. Yeah, like Bo and Blake Beverly. Like, I'm not gonna tell. We talked about We talked about. I'm not getting into this again because I'm gonna go down a bad road. Anyways,
But before we get into the SmackDown before Elimination Chamber, did you guys watch
I did.
Nikki Cross essentially giving Wade Barrett a lap dance?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And Wade like, I don't know what to do here. Like just the most British way of dealing with it possible. He's like, I'm gonna have to call my wife when I get home. and Nikki just like making friends with Michael Cole. I am so glad this version of Nikki Cross is back.
I'm so happy.
Glad.
I'm so happy. There's the untethered Michael Cole that can deal with these situations too. I mean, that's also been rather
Michael
fantastic.
Cole didn't even know what to do. That was the best part.
Yes.
All right, now we can get into actual Elimination Chamber, but I had to mention that because that's been sticking in my brain for 2.5 weeks. And I'm like, when I get back on the show, I have to mention it. I cannot forget mentioning it.
Tina, what are your vibes coming off of the Bloodline turmoil lately?
There is so much to play with. Like you were mentioning, as well too. I can't recall which. I keep seeing this comparison of Jey Uso and how he's acting to a previous or like similar storyline. I want to say it's almost like the Crow Sting, but not quite.
Oh, well,
Kinda, yeah.
Well, wait, think about like half of the NWO. Will they? Won't they? Right? Like that's kind of what's happening. Yeah.
He's the Crusoe.
Jey Uso's Crow Sting. Wait, what'd you call him?
Crusoe.
The Crusoe?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Crow Uso.
If he just rolls out, he gets really he's already kind of emo right now,
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, and I was, watched the Raw promo, and I forgot that Jimmy was the one that was all about Sami to begin with.
Oh yeah,
I forgot all about
they had the
that.
handshake and everything.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting to see how like Jimmy kind of like just like instantly flipped.
I don't.
And I mean now it's bringing back up like when Sami mentioned that Roman's been doing this to Jey for years. We've seen it all because that started in the before times, in the long ago of empty arenas with Thunderdome shit. And
Hell in a Cell, the I Quit Hell in a Cell, correct?
And Roman was going to attack Jimmy Uso until Jey acknowledged him. Like that needs to be brought back to the forefront. It does. I'm sorry, it does. Like,
and we got plenty of time to do that.
Roman's gonna be on SmackDown this week, and let me tell you, I will be glued to the television.
And it's going to be interesting. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was about to say it's going to be interesting, even though we have like the separate whole like bloodline, like with the Jey, Jimmy, Roman thing. Don't forget, there's still 3 other characters to play with. There's Sami, obviously. There's KO, and now Cody Rhodes
and Solo.
Oh, Solo too. Yep.
But all right. So all right, and stick with me as because this just popped in my brain. Cody Rhodes is going to be like freaking Killmonger in this scenario. Because in the Black Panther movie, Eric Killmonger, like his whole purpose was to come in to a nation to help destabilize it and then take it down from the inside.
So you telling me Cody's rolling right into the Island of Relevancy just to take it down from the inside?
And he's gonna walk up and say, "Hey, Auntie," and just burn it down.
Turns out Sami was the plan.
But...
Sami was the long game. Cody Rhodes set up all those years ago.
I mean, God. It's all right. So because I don't actually know your guys' take on this. Should Sami have beaten Roman?
No.
Okay.
No, I understand the hesitancy. The story does not. I don't think I think if it wasn't WrestleMania and we didn't have the 3-year whatever Roman Reigns reign, I think you could do it. I think you would do it at least to have him have that Mick Foley 3-week run or something like that, right? Like you're not,
or like he gets thrown into like a triple threat.
I don't think there's a. There's too much on the line at a WrestleMania of this size, at this stage of the game of WWE, to throw. Sami is popular. Sami is not Daniel Bryan, but man, I think they did it in an acceptable way to tell the story. Alongside the unintentional being alongside the Cody Rhodes story, right? That I love it's not just we have these guys are feuding and that's it. You have this intertwined thing that's going to play out in 2 to 3 matches over WrestleMania weekend now, and maybe just as weighted as Cody is versus Roman.
I think if we do indeed get Usos versus KO and Sami. That it main events night 1.
Oh, but I want the ladies to have it. Charlotte Rhea looks like the big.
I
know
hear
you want.
ya.
Yeah.
I hear you.
They may have to call an audible.
Man, and honestly, that would also be a first for the tag team titles to main event WrestleMania.
I'm glad the tag team titles finally have that quality on the WrestleMania after all these years.
Hey. There's a lot of tag teams.
There is, yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of tag teams. A lot of good tag teams.
Mm-hmm.
So it's entirely possible. Now, would I love to see Rhea and Charlotte main event?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, if Rhea wins, and only if Rhea wins.
I love his conditional deals here.
No, it's a conditional. I don't need.
I think I think it needs to be to kind of elevate instead of just a lol Charlotte wins kind of situation. Charlotte's at that point, she needs to just but be elevating people, right? And Rhea is, Rhea's it, right now.
Mm-hmm.
In the past year, this has been like a year of elevation. Sami, Rhea, fucking Dominic,
Solo Sikoa.
Solo's people that
Solo.
2 years. Yeah, Solo. Oh God, Solo is the next bulldozer. Holy crap!
Probably the best NXT crossover in a very long time.
I get a lot of if he talked more, he'd be Samoa Joe. But he's got that badass air about him, and it's not just because he wears a towel out to the ring, but he's got that kind of vibe to him. That classic Samoan bulldozer vibe. It's really really good and the strongest one I've seen in a while. No, absolutely. It's if you were worried a year or two ago about who are the next ones to step up, those questions were resoundingly answered, and that could be just because I feel like this was happening even before the Triple H takeover of creative. I think some of these pieces were already being put in place, and you're like, oh hey, maybe, okay, maybe, but
yes and no.
What?
Yes and no.
Yes and no. They've all skyrocketed since.
Oh, by the way, speaking of someone else who's been really Mr. Gunther.
Oof.
Oh boy.
Oof. That guy's getting a title run in the next 2 years.
2?
Or maybe by December. Really.
I say as soon as he loses that Intercontinental title, which, by the way, is he almost eclipsing the Honky Tonk Man?
Ooh.
I don't know where we're at with that.
If Gunther is beating the Honky Tonk Man, I'm down. Let's say Roman drops this at Mania. Roman deserves 6 months off. Let's be honest about it. He's been carrying the whole damn company on his back for the last 2 years. Go ahead.
So I was about to say, interesting thing about Roman now that you mention it. So according to Wikipedia, so not sure how accurate this is. Roman is at, I want to say, 970 days as champ.
Jeez.
Mhm.
Jeez. He
Sounds
is
about right.
he is our era's Bruno Sammartino.
Okay, so Gunther isn't close to Honky Tonk Man,
Okay.
but
Longest in a while though.
but his reign is at 245 days.
Yes.
As of February 9th. So it's longer than that now. But as of February 9th, he surpassed Shelton Benjamin for the longest reigning IC champion in the 21st century.
Nice.
So that's like eclipsing
Wow.
Miz, eclipsing Cody, eclipsing anything of Jericho's.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
That's tremendous. I love it. So
Yeah, Honky Tonk Man's at like 450 days. So I don't think
Oh
he's
yeah.
ready. But
It was a different era. So
and besides, if anyone takes that mantle, it should be Elias.
damn straight it should be Elias. Jeez. Elias needs something. He just got smushed last night again. Like I forget did you take on Bobby Lashley or something?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
Bobby.
Yeah.
You know what he needs? Family.
Because I'm they're doing all the setup and all the flashback on him. And in the background here, a little bit of Elias's theme. Like, oh no, oh poor Elias, This is not setting up for Elias to eke one out here. So, but whatever. He's doing. Elias is doing fine. They'll come around for him. So, he's there. That's the important thing. He's there. And he has. Yeah. So, God, what else is going on? WWE. It's not all the Sami show. It's not all the Bloodline show. Gunther is doing, of course.
Miz is hosting WrestleMania.
Miz is hosting WrestleMania.
By the way, the segments with Miz and Rollins,
Mm-hmm.
it's lowest common denominator, but my God, did they work well together?
Mm-hmm.
When I swear to God, so last night when Seth said Miz was being a b-hole, and Miz said, "Whoa, I'm not a B anything. I'm an A-level star." I'm like, oh no, Miz, you're just setting yourself up for it. But it worked so perfectly.
I'm just going to throw this out here because it came up in the chat room over on the YouTubes. Brooke and Joker out there says it's actually going to be Jey Uso that's going to beat Roman in the long run. Emotionally, maybe.
Emotionally, maybe, but not for the belt.
I don't think Jay's going to carry the title. I think that's a bigger question there.
I mean, now, if Cody gets rid of one of those belts after he wins at Mania,
mm-hmm.
all bets are off. All bets are on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you could have Sammy, you could have Roman, you could have Jay, you could have Jimmy. Hell, you could have Solo, you could have Gunther, you could have anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Take the SmackDown title.
I do wonder what the opinion is going to be post Roman, if there's a need to separate the titles.
There is.
I know we know that you think there are, but I do wonder if there's what is the kind of creative thinking, and also the question is like it depends on how strong whatever next is to be able to carry both titles around and fill the shows, but again, I still posit that with the way the United States and the Intercontinental titles are, plus the women's titles being so strong, I don't know if you really need to. I would like to see the tag belts break out a little more, or you just do more with the women's one, and that's your secondary tag belts. So I mean, that's go ahead.
I was going to say, are they getting into like the previous way of thinking where the main champion has to be a special attraction rather than be on the shows every week?
Yeah, and I actually kind of like that. I really do like the idea that it is the champion wrestles not even every pay-per-view. It is a major event, even if a Logan Paul, like that feel, like we've talked about it, that feels very MMA to me, because it's booking for spectacle, it's booking for gate, it's not booking for rankings, right?
But I think
Yeah.
that works conditionally based on who your champion is.
Absolutely. There's somebody who can carry that. A Brock can carry that. A John Cena could even carry that.
But Cody's gonna wrestle all the fucking time.
He is gonna want it. He's gonna
Yeah.
be the fighting champion.
He's got the adrenaline in his soul. Every show will have the Rhodes.
Yeah. Oh, he is. You know, the biggest reason I think Roman takes a break is Cody's the dude. Like,
So
Cody's John Cena right now. Cody's that guy.
I saw
the
something
crowd.
float around, like just some random tweet, that the Raw after WrestleMania, Solo takes out Roman on the order of the tribal elders
Could be.
for breaking apart the family.
And who's the tribal elder that steps up?
I don't know, but
Rikishi.
I'm pretty sure he's good in the kitchen.
Or we keep it mystery and it's The Rock next WrestleMania.
Yep. WrestleMania 40.
Yeah.
Roman and Rock?
My
Sure.
God,
Oh, yes.
amazing.
It's 40, baby.
Oh,
In Philly as well.
in Philly. Wow. Okay.
The city of Ooserly love. potentially.
Oh, jeez. Oh, I
Could
can't.
you imagine if we get Jimmy versus Jey Uso at WrestleMania next year?
That'd be great. That'd be great. Oh, they built that for a year. I mean, it could go down to SummerSlam. That's in Detroit.
Yeah, but
Remember.
I'm saying the city of brotherly love, though.
Oh, yeah, I see you. I see you.
Yeah.
I see it.
Plus, WrestleManias with like a 0 at the end of them sometimes do have brothers fight in the first match of the show that ultimately steals the whole show. Sometimes
They have some
that
history.
happens.
It may have happened. Purely speculation.
Purely
Well,
speculation, 30 years prior. Yeah.
there's
just a couple hours up the road.
a slight precedent. Well, you know what else is happening? We got a lot of stuff going on at IndieWrestling.us. Oh, a lot of stuff happening. New shows gone out. The emails just went out today. Of course, the last 2 weekends of shows. Revenge Pro, the Revenge Rumble. Mike, it was a 25-man Rumble style Rumble. It was like a Facade came from the merch booth. It was crazy. It was a blast. Jackson Argos, remember that guy against John McChesney for the belt. Like I said, Facade was there. Danny Moe, Katie Arquette. It was a fantastic night up in Erie this past Saturday, and that's already available on VOD. Of course, the VCW 1-year anniversary show, Victory is Ours, featuring ECW legend, speaking of Philadelphia, one Shane Douglas was a part of that show, as well as Beastman and Papa Dingo went all over the arena, and my God, did we have trouble following those guys. It was a big night of surprises there a couple Sundays ago. That's, of course, up there. And, of course, if you were a part of IndieWrestling.network, you got to watch the stream live. And a lot more of those streams are coming up, including free across all the IndieWrestling.us streaming platforms. That's the Twitch, the YouTube, as well as if you're over on the .network. We are streaming every Thursday night, T2T. Pittsburgh Training Academy Thursday night fights. It's been featuring Zeke Mercer, David Lawless, MV Young. Zeke Mercer and Eel O'Neill are going to be there on behalf of the Wrestle Lab Championship, I believe it is, coming up here on the 9th. It's been a great thing. We've had a lot of students from the T2T schools have been a part of that, and nice little card, nice little under an hour show that we've been streaming every Thursday night live over there on all those platforms, and people are starting to take notice, and I hope you do too. Tune in for that, and of course, go to IndieWrestling.us, sign up for the newsletter. You'll get the update, what's coming up on Spotlight Slam on Fight TV, what's coming up, reminders for T2T Pittsburgh. I don't know the matches until I show up, to be quite honest. So, And of course, updates about who's coming up here on the Wrestling Mayhem show and other great releases and specials. And whenever Top Rope Tabletop's coming back, we're looking to have that here later in March. And we'll have that confirmed and streaming on all those platforms as well. Of course, T2T, Top Rope Tabletop, free streams for everybody. And then if you're a member over there at the network, you will get things like VCW is expected to stream today, this month. I think we're going to have one or two other local shows that will also be streaming. We're working on finalizing the plans now. We are trying to, I'm afraid to say this out loud, but I want to say we're going to have at least one show under the network paywall every month live. It's looking like that, and hopefully eventually, I'm crossing my fingers. My goal is to have you 3 to 4 every month, depending on schedule. But we are building it up. A lot of really cool stuff happening over at IndieWrestling.network right now. IndieWrestling.us. And, of course, you on YouTube. You do go to all those shows. VCW Rise, 2PW, and RWA. Brain fart there. Sorry, it's been a couple weeks. And I'm sorry, I've worked for like 5 different companies last week, so it's been a little awkward. But they're all part of the Ringside membership over at YouTube, and that's been growing. Thank you, everybody that's been joining over there as well. And you get the little extra markers when you're joining us in the IndieWrestling.us chat rooms for the live streams. Thank you, everybody that's been supporting IndieWrestling.us and over here on the Wrestling Mayhem Show as well. All right, let's get what's happening in Tony Khan land. First of all, Ring of Honor is returning to weekly television, and that television being an app on my Apple TV with the HonorClub. If you're curious, the HonorClub is $9.99. These shows are going to be happening weekly, apparently every Thursday. And
are they going to be releasing a video with dubstep saying ROH 999?
I would love if there was a dubstep Honor Club. I want to use the same. Oh my God! No, it's still that WWE Network initial dubstep crazy Skrillex thing was like my favorite promo of all time, and sometimes I'll just listen to that track. Sometimes I do. You know what? I love music that just sound like Transformers fucking sometimes, okay?
I mean, partner, that's a clip. Save that for Transformers Rise of the Beast.
Oh, Doug's in the Facebook. Okay, one more WWE note before I get to Ring of Honor. I meant to get to this before the break. He's asking, was it me or was Lita just moving slowly last night in the ring? Does she have medical issues? Lita, well,
might just be ring rust.
Well, first of all, she does have a history of neck issues. She is not somebody who I think has been actively wrestling. So, and I know, so in her matches for when she came back for Evolution a couple years ago, right? Like she was definitely not full speed, right? Like so. I mean, but and you're seeing this a lot with some of the girls that pop up in the Rumble. So it's okay. She's still freaking Lita, and she'll still do a moonsault. I'm good. I'm just happy she's here, and she's the tag champion with Becky Lynch. That's wild. Also, caught up on Young Rock and Cyndi Lauper makes an appearance again.
Yep.
And I love it. Missy watched it with me this morning, and like we got to the end of the episode, she's like, "Who's Cyndi Lauper?" I'm like, "Becky Lynch. You didn't figure that out?"
Honestly, she looked a lot different and a lot less Becky this time around.
And she did. She did. But man, does Becky Lynch look like Cyndi Lauper?
I mean, it could be one and the same.
I mean, turns out maybe they're related.
Becky Lynch, she can be Batman or Cyndi Lauper. She can do it all.
Oh my God, sorry, I have to side note this. I listened to this thing called Office Hours for like video production thing. I met the guy that runs his stuff, like live streaming, professional kind of stuff. They interviewed this guy. It's called Diamond View, this company, and they started up over the pandemic. I'm actually emailing him to see if I can visit since I'm going through Tampa next week. But I started looking at it, and they do stuff for WWE. So basically what they did, it's like The Volume, if you're familiar with how they do Mandalorian. And I think they just did the new Ant-Man this way, where it's like the digital screen, it runs on Unreal Engine. I'm getting technical for a second, but they do WWE stuff. If you're looking at their website, I'm like, oh, that's interesting. There's freaking Roman Reigns. I probably watched some of their stuff, right? And then like I just happen to be looking at stuff for the contacts to try to reach out to them for a visit, and all the WrestleMania Gone Hollywood promos were shot on that screen. So
yeah, that's not surprising.
They responded to me and are like, you can visit this day or this day, and I'm like, I'm only available this day and this day. I really want to. Thank you at least for giving me an opportunity. so damn it, this close to visiting a real cool thing. And I legitimately want to see it because I do have some clients that might be able to make use of it that actually have budgets maybe. So, but anyways, so shout out to them for at least answering my email about it. So, anyways. Ring of Honor, as I was mentioned. Speaking of other things being filmed in Florida, because when I think Ring of Honor, I think Florida. Actually, that's not completely untrue because they had a lot of early shows in Florida, including what was FIP was like kind of a side
Fallen Prep Pro.
FIP was it was kind of a not necessarily like minor league of Ring of Honor.
It was like an offshooty thing, yeah.
It was like their pilot program.
Okay, yeah. Because I remember watching some of those. A lot of I think some of the best of CM Punk stuff early on. Like there was a lot of matches from down there. So okay, Ring of Honor has some roots in Florida. We're not completely out of line here. So they're filming it. They filmed it back-to-back this past weekend. I see some pictures pop up, even on Mastodon of all places. I thought that was cool. I found like one wrestling fan on Mastodon so far. But I'm still kind of figuring out how to search it. So I don't think it's me. I think it's just in the corner I haven't found yet. It's like the early internets. It's all out there. You just haven't found it yet. There's not a Google for it. Anyways. The stuff they've announced for it, again, it's $9.99. It's for HonorClub. I'm signing up. This is a no-brainer for me between this and the back catalog. I was an HonorClub subscriber before, and they're including all the pay-per-views, and although I think I've seen most of them. But anyways, they're speaking to me as far as who what they have lined up for matches. Claudio and AR Fox for the championship. Even at this one, I found exciting. They got Zack Sabre Jr. and Blake Christian for the New Japan World TV Championship. If you don't know Blake Christian, this is going to be a fucking banger match, and this is going to be worth your fucking subscription right here. Friend of the show, Lady Frost and Willow Nightingale. So cool to see that's happening. What's that? Wait. Oh, hey, and apparently Eddie Kingston's going to be there, too. Anyways, Embassy and Joe Keys, Rex Lawless, LSG. Like to see some old faces that were part of Ring of Honor in the past popping up, like Joe Keys was part of their dojo program. I think Rex Lawless was there here and there. Rex Lawless is a guy I know we used to film here in Pittsburgh. Joe Keys as well for some stuff. Rahit Raju. If you don't know Rahit from AAW, he goes by, I think it's Alex Zane might be his name. No, I don't think that's right.
Wasn't he in Impact too?
He was in Impact as Rahit
Yeah, he's
Raju
a former X Division team.
Fantastic. I was reminded. God, it's not Alex Zane. If Rob's in the chat, he'll tell me. He infinitely entertaining. And he's taking on Christopher Daniels. That could be a really, really great match. Kingdom's going to be there against I don't know the Infantry. So I mean, this doesn't like part of it. Like, if you just know Dark, you're going to look at some of these names and be like, oh, I've seen Blake Christensen. This is our AEW Dark. This is going to be jobber matches. This is going to be this and that. Like, this has, like, Mark Briscoe versus Slim J. That feels like a AEW Dark match. Yes, I give you that.
There are a lot of matches announced. I'm sure some of them are going to be.
Sure. I mean, and also the Mark Briscoe for Slim J is going to be the first match at the first show. So, I mean, we're gonna lay up for a Mark here. So, and there's obviously a lot of cross pollination between the AEW or ROH talent. I can't tell you who's which or the other. I know they're supposed to be quote unquote separate companies.
I don't think anyone knows.
I don't think other than if they have a strap.
And even then, like, is Claudio Ring of Honor? I don't know. He shows up on AEW.
Yeah, I know. Everybody, it's going to cross-pollinate until they have gotten to a point where it isn't going to so much. Like, and obviously, they got to keep the brand alive. And for this moment, I don't think this is the plan, by the way. I think this is a last-ditch effort because something didn't work out. Whether it be because of the Discovery merger, maybe negotiations got a little weird because we've been hearing the news about HBO Max doing this, that, or the other thing, Batgirl, and etc. So I think the landscape got a little more difficult after he made the purchase, perhaps. So. Yeah. And also, God, how much wrestling is out there between, MLW on Reels. We see you on at the same time as us. Joe, you have a Cops lead in, and I keep hearing about it. Anyways.
What you gonna do?
Yeah, somebody shared a picture of, God bless Matt, True Prince Pro on Twitter. I have got to pull this up. Because there is this image that came up that is like, man, we got a lot of wrestling to watch out there, guys. And this one by Wrestling Covers, Draven on the Twitters. Is like this is the weekly content, and it's got all the AEW programs, the WWEs, the NWA Powers, Ring of Honor, MLW has 2 shows on here, Women's Wrestling Army, Impact, OVW and Fight is on here, and then Matt takes it, and who's been fantastic about taking GIFs and everything, and then added the 2T2 images as a graphic too to this. I really appreciated that. But anyways, other than that. There's a lot. There's a whole lot.
And apparently, Johnny Mundo and Taya are reunited and both champions on MLW.
Ooh, spoiler. Well, I'm the one 2 weeks behind, so don't worry about spoiling me. Well,
I'm sorry.
Taya's been their featherweight champion for a little while.
Yes, she has been.
Yeah, but apparently, I won't tell you what Morrison won, but apparently he won a belt.
Well, hey, Mike, you have Quasi Lucha Underground happening on television now. So I'm just saying, and I know I don't have the channel. You don't have Reels? How do you keep getting fucked out of all this stuff?
Time will tell. My situation will be changing soonish, and then I may have Reels. We'll see.
Dave Ponder says, for less than a cup of coffee a week, get your ROH.
Where the fuck are you buying your coffee, Dave?
And then he's like, he's on Twitter saying $2.50 per show. I was like, yo, I'm regularly listen. I do not skimp when I'm traveling on coffee. And yes, if you hit that Starbucks, it's a regular $5 to $6 a cup. So it's
you sure? $5 to $6. Come on,
I'm so glad I never touched this stuff.
Oh, that's right.
Could you imagine me on coffee?
I've seen you on other stuff. Sorry, Tina, what were you saying?
Well, yeah.
I was about to say, it's almost $7 to $9 depending on where you get it over here. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. But you're like
Shouldn't
at the source.
Shouldn't it be cheaper for you there? You don't even call it coffee. You just call it water.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the town smells like coffee. And the town smells like coffee to begin with, and they're literally milking the beans in the back. So it's really from the source up there. So, anyways, I looked at this picture, and my initial instinct was, oh, that's why I feel like I'm drowning trying to watch all this.
It's like when I desperately tried to keep up with weekly CW Berlantiverse stuff.
Oh yes, I gave up, man. I'm like,
you remember that time?
Oh,
remember that time, Sword?
I am trying to go, dude. I'm stepping back into Superman and Lois because it has nothing to do with anything else, and it's very enjoyable, and it's not as overly dramatic or preachy like Supergirl was becoming. So yeah, that's yeah, and I liked me some Supergirl. So. And all the rest, but I feel like when Arrow went down, that just the glue went away.
I'm watching the last season of Flash.
Yes, I'll get to it.
Because I'm a completionist.
Same here.
Except for Batgirl, Batwoman. I mean, because I just couldn't.
I feel like I
just couldn't.
The recast really killed me on that one.
I was done with Mad Hatter stuff.
Yeah.
From my Gotham days, and I didn't want to relive it.
Ooh. Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways, Ring of Honor. I'm gonna watch it. I'm sure.
I'm probably not.
You're probably not. I'll tell Mike what he's missing. When I watch that, which means I won't get the Impact now, which I've been subscriving to. I've been wasting $5 a month on Impact for a while, not watching.
I'm interested in what I've heard might be the Death Before Dishonor main event.
Ooh.
I'm interested.
Ooh.
Supercard of Honor, you mean?
Supercard, excuse me. I'm sorry. Yes, Supercard.
Yeah, because I don't think, did they do one of those last year? Did they do Death Before Dishonor last summer?
Death Before, yeah, that was the last summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, so a lot of stuff happening there. There's something else I wanted to touch before we.
And you know what's happening this weekend, Sorg?
Huh?
There's a revolution happening.
It's gonna be a revolution.
Yeah. And boy, the build has been kind of boring. Sorry, it has been. It's been kind of boring.
No, but you don't like that. Wait, you don't like the
Mini boss gauntlet? No,
yeah,
I don't.
You don't. Yeah, they love the mini boss gauntlets, don't they? Although there was some. Dude, there were some pretty fantastic.
MJF has done it 5 times now.
But
okay,
yes, I know the format is old and tired. I'm with you, Mike. But damn, there
would have conquered Earth twice by now.
There were some fucking bangers in there.
That's great. I don't care.
I
can see bangers everywhere.
Yeah, bangers everywhere. Did you look at that picture? There's a banger. There's a banger. Oh, God, there's a banger on the floor. There's fucking bangers everywhere in wrestling these days. You can't.
Yeah, exactly. Which means you need something behind the banger.
Sometimes bangers are good as just bangers. You need some mash. You need some mash with the bangers. Is that what you need, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I fucking do.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
What's your mash?
Everything that they're doing on SmackDown.
Tina. Bangers or mash?
I got nothing.
Chat room. No matter what platform we're on, we got them all up. Bangers or mash? Tell us now.
Sorg. That's not your target audience.
We need Vimmel. Bangers or mash?
Some Brits out there. I see some accents in those comments. Anyways, okay. So what is happening? We have a 60-minute Iron Man match between MJF and Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, cool.
MJF is the worst boyfriend ever. That's what we got out of this storyline so far.
I mean, it depends on if you ask Max Caster or not.
What?
Have you not seen Max's Twitter?
What is Max doing on
Twitter?
Twitter?
Max thirsts after MJF every single fucking day.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Wait, no.
It's the biggest ship in AEW. And there are some ships in AEW. There's a goddamn Titanic.
Wait. Please boil this down for people that haven't seen it, like me.
Max Caster basically wants to fuck MJF with every one of his tweets.
What?
Yeah, no, it's not a joke.
Okay.
It's not a joke. It's not hyperbole. Like,
just look at his Twitter. It's
just look at his Twitter.
Right. I don't think. Okay, Max Caster's whore is not Max Caster. Okay, that's not the right one.
Wow.
Man, Twitter. This is why I'm going to Mastodon.
At Platinum Max.
Platinum Max.
Yes.
Okay, Max. Oh, there he is. Okay, let me see. Let me investigate this a little bit. Let's see. Concert. Oh, he's doing a concert. Well, that's cool. Okay. Let's see, straight out of WrestleCon after party, something.
I'm trying to see, he hasn't done one in a little bit because MJF hasn't tweeted.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, here we go.
Okay.
Hottest couple ever sharing a milkshake, Platinum Max and MJF.
Oh shit, I just found that. What is happening
here?
There you go. Is that? Okay.
Told you.
Okay. All right.
Told you. And right below that, on February 26th, Platinum Max says, "This is my boyfriend."
Okay. Wow. That's okay. I learned something. I learned a lot. Well, that was a fan. That was a fan picture, though. I mean, I'm sure there's some fanfics.
Oh. I mean, I'll leave that up to Eamon to find those. Well, we'll do another.
Oh, is that our crossover with a Gay and a Zenby?
Yeah, we'll do another dramatic reading.
I think that should be. You bring Merlin in. You're in there. Have fun, guys. Have fun. You guys can have the airways for the night and just tap a different audience. You're fine.
Maybe you should work on the phrasing of that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, Revolution.
You gotta start a revolution. Shit. What's wrong with me?
So we got the Elite versus the House of Black.
I'm in.
His championship based on lights going out.
Listen, if you turn the lights
And
out
not
on me,
much
I'd
else.
want to fight you for your title too.
I wouldn't.
No.
No. Again, this is something I'm like, what's the story?
Tina, Elite versus House of Black. Lights on or lights off? Go.
Lights off.
Yeah.
Lights out. Lights out match.
The lights out. Honestly, it should be a lights out match.
Yeah, actually.
That's what it should be.
Yes, night vision mode. Let's do it.
Yeah. Mountain Dew Pitch Black.
Yes. Well, they
Run it back.
No, they can't do that. The guy get RC Cola Pitch Black. Let's go.
Fago. Fago. I'm sure that the Fago non-unit equivalent to Pitch Black. Sort of.
What is the Pitch Black? Just the Fago Grape Soda Black match. Whatever. It's just.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sure they got something. Anyways, what else we got?
We got a 3-way match for the Women's World Championship. Jamie Hayter versus Saraya versus Ruby. So pinned.
Oh.
That's why she's there.
Oh no! She's the one in the middle. She's the not the meat in the middle. She's the one torn. Oh guys, 11:15. We're getting late. Sorry. Real quick. Tina, what do you think?
It's I'm gonna say we're probably gonna give this one to Jamie, especially with some rumors coming up here shortly. So
yeah, I don't know. Like it's such a weird build. It's such a weird build. Saraya,
who's the meanest girls? You know, like
I don't care. I don't care who the meanest girl is. Like,
okay.
It's Saraya came here like 2 months ago saying she's finally glad to be in a company with a boss that works for her, and now she's pro WWE basically.
Yeah, that was a weird turn, and just being
and a turn for no fucking.
It was just started by being a dick to oh god, what's her name? I can't remember her name. Sheeta.
Sheeta.
Yeah.
Like that was weird. That was a weird, awkward move there.
And where is Sheeta in this? Sheeta was the one who was
She
offended.
might have got injured. I feel like
Sheeta is. I believe she might have, but she's also going to be wrestling for Ice Ribbon in Japan here shortly too.
Okay.
As well.
Okay. So she got a write off. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Chris Jericho versus Ricky Starks again. Everyone is banned from ringside, which means someone's going to interfere.
Yeah. Maybe I'll be.
And Ricky Starks has already beaten Chris Jericho, so this doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
I don't get why we're doing this.
I mean, just to get it at the pay-per-view, I think, and they've been building that up. And what happened? Because he beat him.
He beat him, and then Jericho's like, I bet you can't beat me twice. Like,
yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, he beat him at the Dynamite here. But it was like that whole thing where they put him through the table and everything.
Oh, that's right. They got him afterwards.
This would be better if Ricky Starks had the Dynamite ring.
Yeah. At least he had something to do with it. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
I think Ricky Starks should be further along than what he should be. But that's just me.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
For the TNT Championship, Samoa Joe versus Wardlow. Big meaty men slapping me.
I'm in for it again.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed if he cut my hair.
I don't know why we had a Darby Allin interlude for this feud.
Maybe Wardlow had to work for something. Maybe he had a movie role. Who knows? Maybe he was touring Japan.
But maybe you plan some shit out then.
But the plan was Darby rolling the belt for the middle part there.
But now he's no longer involved at all.
Okay.
Okay, it doesn't make any sense. They're Family Guy booking.
Okay.
In my opinion, they're
Okay.
Family Guy.
All
booking.
right. All right.
I mean, except for this match, I'll say this match has a really good build to it. John Moxley versus Adam Page in a Texas Death Match.
Woo! Yes.
I mean, we've seen it before, various points, but it's gonna be a good match. And it's got a good build to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the tag title match, which we still don't have the full match.
The tag title cluster match, for reasons.
Oh no, the tag title. Jesus fuck, we're giving Jeff Jarrett a belt because his dad
No.
Oh,
No,
you want
I
a
don't
bet?
think so.
No.
10-bot bet, Sorg?
Mm-mm.
Sorg, 10-bot bet?
Nope.
Hold on a second. Hold on, I got it right here. 20 bot bet. Let's do
You want to
it.
do a 20-bot bet?
20 bot bet. Jeff Jarrett is
20
not
bet.
gonna get a belt.
I'm in.
Tag this. Tag us.
Shake over the internet.
Yeah, shake
$20 bet.
it.
All right.
Shake it. All right, Dave, I want you to take this video. I want you to tag us in it, and I want it to schedule for the beginning of Revolution on Sunday.
Ooh, I like it.
So we're reminded of this.
Yes.
Okay.
By the way, I want to be wrong.
I also want you to be wrong.
I want to be wrong very badly.
I also
I
don't
don't
know who
think-
that bot actually belongs to because we've gone back and forth so many times.
It doesn't matter.
Tina?
At this point.
Well, I was going to say, don't forget, there's a fourth team that's supposed to be in that match.
There
and
sure
who wins
is.
on Wednesday night.
There sure is, because we had to have 2 tag team battle royals in back-to-back weeks for some reason.
Yeah, well, it's something. If you like battle royals, boy,
They're not
goodbye.
even. They weren't even good battle.
I don't think like any battle royal can be declared a good battle royal.
That's not true at all.
Well, last week's was okay, but we'll see what happens this week.
I don't know any battle royal that Jeff Jarrett wins. I don't think could be qualified as
The last good battle royal was the one that had 3 Danhausens in it that I filmed. So that was a good time. I did not have 3 Danhausens this past weekend when they did it again, though. But it was fun.
But that's the card for Revolution. Only 1 ladies match on the card. So
far,
I don't know what Jade Cargill is doing, but
hey, it'll be
Yeah,
5 hours.
they haven't. I was gonna say they haven't even announced the pre-show yet. I'm sure we'll get something on Dynamite or even Rampage.
I'm sure there'll be something thrown together. Sorg, I'm sorry. Their product has not been good lately. It just hasn't been.
I'm happy with it. I mean, it's what I expect. It's what I'm there for. So, and Dark has been great and doing stuff. We need to move on because I think there's some people waiting on Zoom right now.
It's time for Mayhem Mania.
It's time for Mayhem Mania. Well, first of all, it's time for a break. We're going to go do that, and in the meantime, please go check out our friends at Slice on Broadway. A lot of great stuff, a lot of great pizza stuff over there from our friends over there at Slice on Broadway. 5 locations, not in Seattle. Sorry, Tina. Book Sorg so he can fly. Book Sorg so he can fly pizza to Seattle, please. And I swear we're gonna freaking do this.
Well, there's other chains, but I would prefer Slice.
That's right. Let's make it happen, just like everybody here does. Let's get some Slice to Seattle. But we will be back in a moment after I do a thing, but I don't know how this is going to work. We're going to click that there. There we go. But anyways, we'll be back with some Mayhem Mania after a few moments here. Yes, I'm going to cut this in audio. I'm definitely going to cut this in audio. We'll be back after this.
absolute potential bloodbath. Beastman versus Mad Dog.
Anything can happen in this one.
4, 5, 6 men. And now as soon as the collar is on, this match is ready to begin.
Just go on. Ooh.
And the chain will do whatever it damn well pleases.
Oh, God! Steel chair right to the back of Beastman, but it doesn't seem to phase him. Oh, my dear God.
'Tis the season to be violent.
Jeez.
Momentum, but boy, it was far enough as
Oh,
the
my
cannonball.
God!
No one knows how to use it better, more offensively.
Question is, does he even know where he is right now? Big charging senton in the corner. What is Beastman thinking? Death Valley driver.
Bruised, bloody, beaten, and battered.
The Beastman still. Just,
Oh my God!
Beastman.
Well, Professor Jacob Edwin making his way to the ring. Are you sure the Professor is ready for what an open challenge has to give? What can I say about him? I've seen this guy grow. Oh, this crowd already, you're not going to shush West.
If AJ Alexander is somehow able to defeat Professor Jacob Edwin, that is a feather in AJ Alexander's cap. You also have to watch that man, Professor Jacob Edwin, as he now controls.
Oh! Yeah, I felt that one. Has it loaded up. Can he? Oh! He wants the crowd to boo him. Edwin doesn't know. Has a missile drop kick. Lost. Big clothesline. Oh, wait. AJ has it.
No!
Oh, my God! Holy shnikes!
We are about to see the return of the experience that is Super Oprah.
And Oprah has a tough test ahead against this man.
The moment you find yourself across the ring from Super Oprah is the moment you question your life's decision. Big personality, bigger bun. You get a chesticle. Butt-based defense here in McMecken, West Virginia.
Found his opening and now comes charging with a lariat.
The cornea crippler looking to retain advantage. There we go. The ocular irritant has struck again. Benny Conley charging in as it looks like the eyes of Oprah are starting to regain their sight. I'm upset with myself. I'm
figures of Benny Connolly being disabled here as Super Oprah.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Big splash.
Death from above.
We are back, and it is time for Mayhem Mania. Stretch for the graphic. And we have with us the Mistress of Mayhem Dudders is back once again, well past her bedtime.
You're lucky my friends are on the show.
Yes. Oh, wait, hold on. We got to get it. I have this stuck on. Oh, hold on a second. I have this stuck on Mad Mike for some reason. So here's Mad Mike
Yeah.
dancing, just randomly dancing. And there's Katie. There she is. There we go.
Shaking her fist in
Shaking her
anger.
fist at anger. Yes. So where were we? I want to fix that. What are we doing, Katie?
I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome to Mayhem Mania Week 4. So it's not 5. Oh, 5. Oh, Sorg, you.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
that was,
Sorg.
sorry, it was for week 4. Sorry.
You didn't do the preamble, Sorg.
Messed it up.
You have me up late. You are making me look like I don't know what day it is.
Stay up late and read the script I did wrong.
I can't work like this table. Okay, Mayhem Mania Week 5. So Mayhem Mania is not just the ultimate fantasy booking challenge, it's also a competitive thought experiment. The object of Mayhem Mania is to craft the best WrestleMania card possible within the boundaries of our current reality. That means anyone WWE can book in a match is available to our players. Not everyone is currently eligible to be used in Mayhem Mania. Some are being held in a place we lovingly refer to as Space Jam. So here is the current inmate count for Space Jam. We got Roman Reigns, Ronda Rousey, CM Punk, Austin Theory, Evans, all the McMahons, including Pets, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair. So there are no new charges this week. Everyone was on good behavior. Sure. Okay, we'll pretend they were. Alrighty. So we had a secret Patreon Mayhem Mania. Here's what happened. Move number 1 by Tina Keys. She swapped Gunther for Bull Nakano versus Rhea Ripley. Move number 2 by Team Hammerfist. Swap Roxanne Perez for Gunther. I want to say his name like Gunther because it's fun for me. Versus Asuka. Move number 3 by Bo Diggity is swap LA Knight for Coda versus Seth Rollins. Move number 4 by Mad Mike. John Cena versus Veer. Create Damage Control versus Jay White and the Good Brothers.
And Jay White is a free agent, I believe, after losing a Loser Leaves Japan and then a Loser Leaves New Japan match recently.
So I'm like, I'm bouncing on that shit.
Yes.
And so is Coda too.
Yes. Well, Coda spectacularly left, so.
All right, here are the rest of the matches after week 4. We're in week 5. Created by Brandon, Montez Ford versus Ricochet versus Wesley versus Carmelo Hayes. Created by Dave Podner, we got Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy versus Alba Fire versus Isladon. I just like to say words wrong. It's fun. Created by Riz Coda versus Seth Rollins. Created by R-Truth versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Created by Sword, Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae versus Corey Graves and Carmella.
There you go. I think I duplicated something in there, but yeah, that's mostly it.
Sure.
Yes. I have a second Ibushi and Seth for some reason under Riz, so I need to look back at that. Everything's fine. Everything's just fine.
Everything is fine except you Dudders and you Sorgatron.
That's okay. You should see what else I messed up this week.
You killed the 1 week I'm not on. You crushed my hearts and dreams.
Well, you know.
I was driving to work. I was sitting back. I was enjoying. I'm like, oh, this Newlywed Show is great. And Dudders has the last move. She's not going to crush my soul. And then I veered off into the canyon.
Jeez.
And I'm like,
wait, is this,
I almost wrecked my car.
Is this like the skit where the cat is driving on SNL?
Yeah, it was Toons the fucking driving cat. It really was.
You your shit off of the cliff?
I almost Toons my shit off the cliff because someone had to get R-Truth on the fucking car. When John Cena versus Austin was gonna graduate.
Mm-hmm.
But since it's late, I'm not taking my revenge this week. I have.
Tell me how that works.
I have revenge in mind. Oh no, trust me. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. But I will not take my vengeance this week. This week I will play nice, but it will come. Oh yes, it'll come.
I think I screwed something up. I think the
Oh,
Seth
no.
Rollins and Coda is actually LA Knight and Coda. I think I read a message wrong.
Okay.
I'm looking at this. I'm like, why are there two Seth versus Codas? So, but that doesn't make sense.
It's okay. We might get rid of that anyway.
All right.
Might get rid of it anyway.
Hold on. This doesn't. Hold on. I need to backtrack. Anyways, all right. We'll roll with this. I'll correct later. Well, first of all, we have an Alex Cars rule. And Katie, I think you have the Alex Cars rule there as a reminder.
Yes. When your match is destroyed in the same round after making it, the original matchmaker gets their first pick the next week.
No, last pick.
Yeah.
Last pick to guarantee that it moves on.
Sorg, my notes.
It's late.
I copied them from somewhere that Matt put it, so.
So in other words, it's Matt Carlin's fault.
Maybe he's not here to fix it, so I'm gonna blame him.
He didn't have the copy man to.
Yes, that's right.
He didn't have his own copy man. That's why.
All right, let me see. Let me try to sort this here. So your match is destroyed.
Well,
Go ahead.
in the same round after making it, the original matchmaker gets the last pick of the next week.
Yes, I think that's incomplete. Where did I get that from?
I don't know, but that's what the Alex Cars rules is. If you got your match killed the same week, you get to go last next.
Was there something about a punishment that he would always do?
No, punishments are if you graduate matches.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And then we'd have to go like the wheel of mid carders or whatever.
We'll work on that. Okay. So Tina's what is our order? We have myself, Mike, and you this week.
Yay!
All right, so Sorg, so you're up first.
Let's hear. I'm sending Sorg an order right now.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, okay. All right.
I will send you an order. How about that?
Yeah. Wait, is that? Yes, but Tina has to be last.
Oh, Tina's done. Okay,
Flip Tina to last. Okay.
Then oh yeah, there you go.
Then there we go.
I forgot.
All right. Let's look at this. Okay, let's look at this landscape real quick. Yeah, I think I left an extra match in there.
We'll figure it out, Sorg.
We'll figure it out. Montez Ford, Ricochet, Wesley, Carmelo. Let's leave that alone for now. That everything that was made this week was too good to really touch right now. Gunther versus Asuka. Come on. Jeez. I don't know. Really, the biggest thing I think needs to be kind of mixed up a little bit is this R-Truth versus Stone Cold situation.
It's almost like we had a perfectly good match on the table, and then someone said, "What's up?"
I think. Oh, I don't know.
By the way, I did look online. That would be a first time ever match. I thought Austin may have wrestled Kay Quick at one point.
Maybe a house show or something?
Nope, I looked.
Did they miss each other? Was
they missed? They missed.
Oh wow, that would have been our first ever. Jeez, Montez, Ricochet, Wesley, Carmelo. I'm blanking. I should. Oh, we have a timer. I should timer myself.
Yeah, sorry. Yes.
Where the hell's the timer at?
It's all right, sorry. I'll watch the clock.
All right, watch the clock. Watch the clock.
I gotcha.
Damage. Well, we do have some new players in the game. So I'm going to add the new women's tag team champions.
Oh boy.
To that Alba Fire, Isla Dawn, Bray Wyatt, and Uncle Howdy match.
Oh boy. Oh, that's a way to go.
Let's just spruce that up a little bit, and I hope that we can make that a cinematic match down the line.
So you're adding Lita and Becky to that match?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. Oh boy.
That was it? Isla and Fire. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Isla and Alba.
I'm just trying to shorthand myself that I'm gonna recognize this at 2 in the morning when I do graphics.
Mm-hmm.
Also, when you're like, why is this screwed up? Because I do the article at 2 or 3 in the morning, whatever after doing this show. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who's next?
I think it's me.
All right.
All right. Ta-da.
You got this. With a Hello Kitty pen in hand to help her think. I'm going back, double checking that Patreon. I got real weird on that one.
I want to add some beef. Where do we want to add some beef?
Some beef.
Where's the meat?
Where's the beef? Where's Otis going?
Where's the beef on this card? Otis. Oh my God! I just thought of a match.
Oh no! Nice.
Oh no, I'm right
You-
there. Okay.
I should pull in my Beauty and the Beef matches from when Riz and I were playing.
I haven't had a chance to watch that yet because
It
I
was-
went to
it
watch.
was-
I went to watch it on Facebook, but apparently that got taken down.
It was who was it? It was Fandango. Was it Fandango and Brock versus who was my other beef? I can't remember. There was a fourth. There was a beef. That was my
Braun?
Beauty and the Beef. It might have been Braun Strowman. No, I didn't have him. He was too good for
Wait, there was
my team.
were those taken down? Oh, because of the music. That's right.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
there's a lot of music when you play GM mode. We should have lowered that.
Mhm.
So-
All right, so I should actually look at the matches and not just think about that match before. I want to mess with Riz.
I updated the list, by the way, from that match I screwed up. I left Riz attached to the new match for some reason.
Which one? So which one was Riz's then?
I had put Kota Ibushi versus Seth twice for some reason.
Okay.
Riz does not actually have an active match right now
Oh,
That stinks.
because it was destroyed to become by Bo Diggity to become Kota versus Seth.
Ah, oh, okay. There we go.
And you guys can follow along WrestlingMayhemShow.com and check out the week 4 for any visuals and match listings as we're going
Secret
through.
Wars.
Yes.
I want to add more
Excellent.
beef to the Podner match. Is that out of control? Can we have it?
No, you could add another beat. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I want versus Braun Strowman and and who do I want to go? Oh, do we take Bobby Lashley out of this?
Wait, where? What?
Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
I said Bobby Lashley.
Wait,
You still-
wait, what are you trying to do again?
I want to add a third to the Podner.
Well,
Well,
I already had a third, so you do.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you did that.
But you
Oh,
can
man.
add more if you want.
Yeah, you just you just Alex Scar's sword.
Okay. Oh yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
So what are you adding to Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy versus Alba Fire and Isla Dawn versus Lita and Becky Lynch?
I forgot you added that one onto the intro one.
That means
I
it
love
will
it.
That
also
was freaking chaos.
just do
I
it.
love it.
Just do it. Pull the trigger.
What, you want a fourth, or you want me to just
Go
You-
for it.
Add a fourth. Add
Add
fourth.
whatever
Why
you
not?
were about to add.
let's do it? I want Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman.
That's a
I
wild
want
match. Oh god, that's a wild match. I was just gonna can that whole thing. Now I can't.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Now I
That
can't.
is too glorious.
No, that's too fantastic.
All right, Mike, you're next.
Oh boy. All right. Shit. I'm all right. I'm gonna go a little bit more traditional. Gonna go a little bit more traditional here.
In this card?
Yeah, I
Are
know.
you
right?
looking at this thing?
No, no, because I'm saving my non-traditional for when I take revenge on y'all.
Okay.
And trust me, my plan for that, y'all ain't gonna like it. But Brandon, I love the 4-way match, but you know, I think we're just gonna have to get rid of that.
It feels like just a stand and deliver match, not a WrestleMania match to me.
No. I mean, no, it's a fine match. It's a fine match.
I call that a fine match.
It's a fine match, but like we were talking earlier about WrestleMania 40 being in Philly and talking about the brotherly love, and I got something in my brain that I now want to see. So I'm gonna cancel that 4-way match, and I'm gonna make the Creed brothers versus the Usos because that's what I want to see. I know Jimmy and Jay aren't on speaking terms right now, but I have a feeling they'll sort it out.
So that is the Usos versus Creeds.
Yes.
All right, more graphics I have to find. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now for the main event. Tina.
Wow. Mike just took my thunder. Okay.
Wow.
I'm still kind of hurt from the previous weekend, obviously. The previous week, obviously.
Aren't we all?
I'm going to take out, because this was partially done by Riz. I'm going to take out Kota Ibushi versus Seth Rollins. And again, we're going to run some shit back.
Ooh.
Put back in the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes versus To the Moon Cameron Grimes.
Wow.
Wow, you're
Okay. I love how Riz is getting hate by association at this point. Like, even when he doesn't have a match on the card, things are still being done because he had a hand in it.
I get the return
No,
on
'cause he
matches. I love it.
No, because he canceled my second match. That is why.
Mm-hmm.
Braden just started it. He just finished it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So,
yeah,
the card as it stands now. I gotta catch up with myself here. The added. Okay, hold on a second. Wow. The card as it stands now. We still have Bull Nakano versus Rhea Ripley, Gunther versus Asuka. We don't have that one anymore. Damage Control versus Jay White and the Good Brothers. Fuck me. R-Truth versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Gargano and LeRae versus Corey Graves and Carmella. And then we have Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy versus Alba Fire and Isla Dawn and Lita and Becky Lynch and Lashley and Strowman.
Yep. Love it.
Usos versus the Creeds and Cody Rhodes versus Cameron Grimes.
Oh boy.
Oh, and I just voice text all that to somebody. Oh shit.
Who won? Who gets it?
Sorry.
I think we just did some good in the world, guys.
We did something to the world. Katie, how you feeling about this card and being a part of it?
I am excited. I cannot wait to see the graphics, and I am excited.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Tina, how you feeling about the damage tonight?
Vindicated.
Yes. Mike, where are you sitting?
Oh, I'm feeling fantastic right now because my revenge is coming, and it's gonna be fun.
I feel conflicted because I didn't get Elias back on the card. All right, that has been Mayhem Mania for this week. Katie, I know it's past your bedtime. Can you tell me what you learned from wrestling this week, and I can let you go?
Oh no, I didn't even. Ooh. What do we think? I watched a thing. I liked. So what did I learn from wrestling this week? I like to watch wrestlers stare. Like Bobby Lashley was staring at the screen for Bray's video, and like the dancing Bobby Lashley movement.
Doing the Muscle Man dance.
Yeah, doing the Muscle Man dance, and then him having to just stand there like straight face, like the whole time.
I really hope they showed him that video before that so he wouldn't break.
Oh, I guarantee they didn't.
Yeah, just to absolutely fuck with him.
Guarantee they didn't.
All right. That's great. That's great. Oh, hey, Podner voted MASH earlier, by the way. Katie, one last question before you leave. Bangers or MASH in your wrestling?
Oh, geez. Bangers.
Okay, there you go. Thank you so much, K Dudders on the Twitter, Dudders at social or sorgatronmedia.local. We haven't talked about that yet on here yet, but I'm just going to throw that out there. Thank you, Katie.
Oh, you are welcome, friend. It was nice seeing you.
Yes, Tina, what'd you learn from wrestling this week?
We didn't get a chance to touch on it, but I love when history in wrestling has being made. We didn't touch on Mercedes Moné winning the IWGP Women's Champion.
Although one of our Mayhem people were there in person for it.
Could I actually touch on a quick point in regards to that?
Sure.
Sort of. Because it is, well, today is officially ending with Black History Month. We now have 4 Black females as champions through all the major companies.
Hell yeah.
Wow. So it was Jade, Mercedes,
Athena, and Bianca.
Wow. That's awesome. Good. Mike, how about you?
Oh God, what did I learn from wrestling this week? Jeez.
Chat room, chime in.
So I'm going to be learning more from this. I forgot to bring the book up with me, but I started a book today called I'm gonna see if I can bring up the picture I sent to everyone. It's the comic book story of professional wrestling.
Yes, I know. You sent that in the Slack. Yeah, it's not doing justice there, but hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up over here. Go and talk about it. I'll pull it up.
Yeah. So, it's basically the entire history of professional wrestling in the world, done with really, really cool comic book animation.
The cover says a hardcore, high flying, no holds barred history of the one true sport.
Yeah. And I'm learning a lot about like the early history of like Toots Mont and George Hackenschmidt and like really, really wild stuff. Like it's very, very cool. But I think the biggest thing I learned was that there was a descendant of Kublai Khan that was a female that said that she would not wed anyone unless they could beat her in a wrestling match, and reportedly beat 3,000 men. Or something like that. Like I saw it, I'm like, that's just fascinating. And it's wild. Like they go into the reasons as to why people believed wrestling was fixed. It's really, really like crazy stuff. Like I highly recommend it. I don't know if it's available on Amazon because I think it's an older book. But
I feel like I've seen that cover before.
Like I just randomly saw it when I was at Barnes and Noble. I'm checking to see if it's on Amazon right now. But yeah, it's on Amazon for like $16. So honestly, like the art in it is stellar. Like it basically any old wrestling picture you've seen is brought to you in loving color, loving full blown color. It's fantastic. Like they have this whole huge display of like the territories back in the day and who are the main guys in the territories. Like, it's just a lot of fun. I think the history of it cuts off probably around WrestleMania 30 time. So like it doesn't have AEW and all things of that nature, but it goes into New Japan, All Japan, all the British wrestling stuff, like Catch as Catch Can. It's really, really fun. Like I highly recommend it. That's probably where I'm going to be getting what I learned for the next couple of weeks. Because it's just fascinating.
There is also a Kindle version as well. Seeing if I can find that, because the app on iOS isn't going to show you how much it costs because of stuff. But no, that's very cool. Yeah, I know this has come up. I think it's come up on my search while I've looked at other stuff, or it's popped up. Maybe it was part of my like Kindle Unlimited that I accidentally subscribed to for a while. So yeah, it says read with our free app. So worthwhile. That is getting added to my cart for later. So,
and apparently, Mercedes Moné brought her women's title to the Mandalorian red carpet.
Of course she did. Oh man!
And she's having a tug of war with Rosario Dawson, and that is a new fanfic of mine.
Fantastic. What did I learn from wrestling this week? Oh, geez. Let's see. I attended Revenge Pro, and Missy actually got to direct her first full show as part of Revenge Pro. She's been doing training at the T2T shows the last few weeks, and she will actually be doing her first solo show next Thursday without me in presence. So, and I won't tell you all the shows she'll be doing coming up next because I don't want you to know until afterwards when she's done a fantastic job. But she's going to have a very busy schedule coming up here, not just there, but also, of course, with other people we've been working with lately. So I learned, geez, I really should have thought of this, huh?
Probably. Yeah, you had a little bit of time.
I had a little bit of time, didn't I? God, so much happened. I learned to make sure your hard cam is not in reach of fans that are going to hold their hands up the entire show.
Mm-hmm.
These drunk fans right in front of us, and they kept doing, it would be like, it was like, why are your hands, aren't your arms tired? Holy shit. I learned that, God, I don't have, what, how? I learned Dejected Jay White is amazing. I watched the Loser Leaves Japan match. I'm trying to work myself through some New Japan and catch up and watch that show from last week in San Jose. God, if Jay White's going to WWE, if Jay White goes to AEW, honestly, if Jay White goes to WWE, it's going to be, I feel like it could be a Cody Rhodes level introduction to a certain point. Because he has been around. He is enough of a character. He can be the anti-Cody Rhodes. You talk about what happens after Cody Rhodes if he picks up that belt from Roman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Jay White could be the thing that comes after Cody Rhodes.
Could be.
Like,
I mean, we still have Seth Rollins.
We have Seth, man. But, man, if you want something that the guy that's been going around for the last year calling himself the Catalyst, watching his, and this is like kind of a classic New Japan thing, because Will Ospreay's doing the same thing where they were on top of the world for the year, lost their belt, and now they're like lost kind of thing and trying to get back on the saddle. But man, Jay White working both sides of that has been fantastic. To be able to watch him work in person on a few shows and everything. Like, it is the way he messes with the fans, the way he just doesn't shut up during a match, especially when it's been quiet in New Japan, you hear everything. And he made sure there's noise. So he's, you remember Kevin Owens when he first started WWE, and you remember he wouldn't shut up, and he still doesn't. And like, sometimes you just catch him, like, especially when he was heel, and he just like crack you up every once in a while. Jay White's like that.
Okay.
And I can't wait for you guys to enjoy him on a bigger stage. So if, and I don't know where the rumors, I think the rumors are WWE at this point, right? Hopefully Jay is a Raw after Mania surprise of some sort. I think we're in for a good time with him.
Imagine if John Cena beats Austin Theory for the U.S. title, and then the Raw after WrestleMania, Cena does an open challenge, and it's Jay White. I'm just saying, there's a world where that happens.
I'm in for that.
There's a world where it's also Braun Breaker. Who knows?
Absolutely. Well, on that note, Tina Keys, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Good to have some West Coast views on here.
West Side.
West Side.
West Side.
And I just noticed, are you rocking Defy over there?
Of course.
Oh, I was this close to wearing my Defy shirt tonight. How embarrassing that would have been. So you got
wow, Sword.
Speaking of bangers, holy shit, the cars I've been seeing from Defy. What did I see?
Oh,
Swerve and Nick
my
Wayne
God.
happening in April?
That's happening in April for the title. You got Kushida coming next weekend.
Oh my God.
Shaft versus Homicide.
Wow. Okay.
Shaft versus Homicide.
Mike, do you know
For
Shaft?
next weekend.
Mike, do you know Shaft yet?
No.
Oh my God. You
I think I've seen like a couple snippets here and
Did
there.
I
like,
tell
on
you
Twitter
about
and
the
stuff.
car ride with Shaft?
No, that you haven't. No.
I told you about the car ride on Halloween night with that certain wrestler, right?
I don't know.
Is that with the two?
What's
Hold
that?
on. Is that with the two?
What's that?
The additional, because I know it was someone else along.
Well,
in
that was
car
at dinner
ride.
afterwards. But after
Oh,
that
that was
last
dinner,
show, I was
okay.
up there. Yeah, no, that was. I think we talked about it on the Patreon. But yeah, that was my night with Shaft and Tom Lawler. So.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
Okay.
I'm like, this guy is wild and he's amazing. Like he's legit wild and he's a character. But anyways, no, that's gonna be great. And he's like a big badass. He's that guy. Remember, Mike? They did Dark in Seattle, and I said that was the loudest crowd reaction I've ever heard for quote enhancement talent on a Dark. And you know, there's a lot of chanting that happens when there's the hometown people. Like it felt like That's when I realized what a Defy audience that filled an arena sounded like. So, because that is like Defy audience and Chicago are now fighting for favorites right now. Okay,
Nice.
like as a whole. Okay, because damn, and I'll talk about. And listen, don't want to go long on the main show here. So if you're on Patreon, we're going to talk about some Chicago crowd stuff here. Because I do need to catch you guys up with some Chicago stuff.
I'm gonna talk about M3.
Yes, you are.
I finally saw it.
And then I'm going to talk to you guys post Patreon about stuff I can't talk about. Anyways, thank you everybody. It's good to be back. Thank you, team, for joining us. Next week we are scheduled to have the real shoot asshole himself, Zeke Mercer, on the show.
Do we have to appreciate him or something?
I don't know what he's
I
on
saw
right
that
now.
somewhere. Like,
did he? Okay. All
like-
right. Well,
like instead of pointing up one, should we just like shrug?
we'll see how that goes. We'll see what they want when they get here. Zeke.
Okay.
But anyways, so Zeke will be here next week. I believe after that we have the Origin, who's been running rampant over VCW. We'll have at least, I believe, Remy LeVay and Christian Noir in studio. We might get a Malachi Gage. I don't know if he'll be in studio. He's kind of out there physically, not just also up there. And also, I believe we just scheduled the return of the week after that. That'll be the 21st, I think. One Honey Badger.
Yeah.
Honey Badger will be joining
That's
us.
exciting. That's exciting.
It's been a while.
She's always fun for Mayhem Mania.
She is. Oh, yes, she is. Yes, she is. And it's been a while since we've had her on anything. So
Has she gone feral?
maybe at this point. So I don't.
Okay.
I think she went feral and back again. And I think she.
You
picked
never
up-
go full feral.
I think she picked up some gold maybe in West Virginia or something since.
Ah.
So and she's had and I do recommend it because I saw somebody commenting on it the other day. There is a hardcore match between her and Laura Lovelace from a few months ago that's up on the IndieWrestling.us YouTube. Full match I think is up there. Recommend checking that out before she comes in. So everybody's caught up on what's going on there. So thank you everybody. Thank you Mayhem faithful. We'll see you guys next time. Mayhem out.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.